Bonjour, mon amis, les agents. And really and truthfully, you will all agree with me by the end of this video. The title of this video should, speak for itself. The scariest thing all people agree is scary. The scariest thing that everyone will find scary, and maybe not at first, but by the time I'm done, you will agree. That is getting what you want. Getting what you want, whether you have religion or not, or whenever you hope for something to happen that you really want, like, there's this really hot girl and I want to talk to her, or we're talking, I just hope it goes far, or I hope I get this job, or I hope that, my life goes going better, or I get some money, or whatever those selfish desires are. And I know that the word selfish has a typically negative annotation, that's due to society and whatnot. Whatever your desires are, the thing is, though, is that getting what you want can be very scary, and is very scary, because a lot of times we don't really realize what we're getting, what we're signing up for, and what bullshit comes attached to that thing. The butterfly effect comes into play. Like whenever you get something to happen for you, what else is going to be attached to that same tag? Like, am I expecting to deal with more BS? Like, what if I do get with this hot girl and, she comes up pregnant and then she becomes a fucking monster even after the kid's born? This person that I was in love with is now my baby mama. Like, I cannot stand this person. Get her the fuck away from me. Or, I have this job and I realize that I fucking hate this job. The people that work here are scumbags. They stress me out, and the money ain't worth my fucking sanity, because all of it's going to my psychiatrist anyway. Or I get this car, and now I'm a fucking slave to this car as far as the notes that I'm paying. Not to mention the insurance and maintenance I'm paying. And I just got laid off. So now, if I don't pay this fucking car, I'm going to lose everything. It's scary, because you don't know what is going to happen. Life is, they say like a box of chocolates, because you never know what you're going to get. But I don't like chocolate. Not me. I think I'm the only black guy that doesn't really care for chocolate. I don't hate chocolate, but it's not a favorite. So, if life is a box of chocolates and I don't know what I'm going to get, I'm already not a fan of that shit, because, for one, you didn't even ask me what I wanted. You're just making it, then I know it's an analogy, but bear with me here. You're just making it something that you assume that everyone that you were generalizing likes chocolate. And there's so many different kinds of chocolate. What are the odds that I'm going to like everything in that box? Which I guess is what the analogy is alluding to. Which is what makes it scary. If I don't like what I'm getting, if I don't know what I'm getting in advance, it is horrifying, which is why people fear natural disasters, because human beings are machines of interpretation. They have to want to know. It's kind of like when someone says, oh, well, I would tell you, but it's a secret. And they honestly keep it a secret and don't tell. See, it's that thrill of finding out that makes us wonder and want to know what type of information, even if it's small and minuscule and irrelevant, it makes us want to know. And when we do find out, we feel empowered, because we broke those psychological shields that they put up, no matter how strong or weak they were. Even if you had a good relationship with that person or not, even if it's just via association, even still, we overcame that fear, because the fear of the unknown is a very powerful tool and powerful phenomenon that exceeds most people's understanding. So, with alluding back to natural disasters, they're unpredictable. You can have meteorologists come on screen and tell you about, expect thunderstorms, or expect we got a hurricane category 3 headed your way, or You know, or worse for people that have to deal with fucking earthquakes and tornadoes and tsunamis, and God forbid if you have to put up with volcanic eruptions. You know, because they can say what they think they know as much as they want, but they don't really know, and you can't blame them for not wanting to know because their tools are limited. You know, it's an estimated guess. And I used to get pissed off back then whenever people would give me, you know, I would watch the news a lot, and I still do, but, you know, when I was a little younger than I am now, I would watch the news looking for the weather part, and it was like, well, they said they were expecting rain, and, you know, I would get pissed off when the rain would not show up. I used to hate the rain. Now I love the rain, especially since where I'm located, I live close to the Gulf of Mexico, which, you know, if you know anything about natural disasters with hurricanes, water builds up the power of the hurricanes, and you know, once it gets all that fucking power, it goes to land. It may die down when it hits the land, but what it builds up to can be quite scary. And I've been pretty blessed to say that I haven't really had to really worry about any natural disasters. We may have evacuated in the past, but I was lucky that by the time it got there and by the time we left, we came back, and you know, not only was our house in one piece, I think we had a couple broken branches or whatnot. But yeah, it is kind of scary. You know, that wondering, like, you know, will we or will we not have a house when we leave? It's fear. You know, and that's what's scary. That's really what's scary. Not just getting what you want, but getting what you want. The fear of it is influenced and empowered more so by the idea of the inconsistency of us being sure of our futures, which is part of life. You know, we don't know what we're going to get. We're taking the risk every time we take a step out that door. Or, for, you know, for those that live under a rock, we're taking the risk every time we get out of bed and do whatever someone under a rock does. You know, you can see the Geico commercial for that. But, yeah. For those out there that didn't understand that, sure hope you understand it now. And, like I said, you probably do agree with me now with what I just said in the beginning of the video, that yes, getting what you want at times can be scary, especially when we ourselves are not so sure about what it is that we want as opposed to what it is that we need. Au revoir, merci mes amis, to much of my delight.